is representing Australia in the mixed team event, the Hopman Cup in Perth, and the second seeds have beaten Italy 3-0. Alicia Molik started off the proceedings by beating Silvia Farina Elea, ranked 77 places above her in straight sets in Group B, and then Hewitt easily defeated David Sanguinetti in just over an hour. The top-seeded team of Serena Williams and James Blake of the United States opened their campaign against Uzbekistan on Monday.
I'm Don Riddell. Thanks for joining me. Let's start with tennis, and the world #1 Lleyton Hewitt says he's going for all 4 majors next year, though he conceded that just one of them will still make it a great 2003. The Australian was speaking after helping his country progress in the Hopman Cup. Hewitt's teammate Alicia Molik took on Danielle Hantuchova first, but it wasn't a good day for the Slovakian. The world #8 lost for the second straight time in this tournament, and her game was riddled with errors. Molik easing past her 6-4 in the first set. Hantuchova really didn't do herself any favours, but Molik's powerful ground strokes and big serve certainly helped win the day, her first ever victory over a top 10 player. And she finished in style, taking the match 6-4, 6-2. The home Perth crowd loved every second of it, and the star attraction, Hewitt, was up next. A bit too eager, perhaps, there against Dominic Herbati, but the Wimbledon champ in the far court settled down soon, dropping only 2 games in the entire match, 6-2, 6-love. So the mixed doubles didn't matter much then, but Hantuchova made it close. Hewitt answered with a terrific backhand, and the Aussies took this one too, 7-6, 7-6.
Off football to tennis, because Australia have made it through to the final of the Hopman Cup in Perth after beating the Czech Republic in a dramatic mixed doubles match. The final score in a rubber lasting over 2 hours, 4-6, 7-5 and 10-4 in a super tiebreak. But the tie had been evenly poised after Yuri Novak shocked the world #1 Lleyton Hewitt in the singles to level at 1-1. Alicia Molik had earlier given the host the ideal start with a hard-fought winner against Darya Bidanova. Molik came back from 1-5 down in the opening set to win 7-6, 7-5. She's only ranked 94 in the world, but she hasn't dropped a set here this week. An entirely different matter for Hewitt. He lost the first set against Yuri Novak 6-2, won the second 6-3, but it was Novak who took control of the third set and eventually ran out winner by 6 games to 3.
Nach Australien. Gastgeber Australien steht als erster Finalist beim Hopman Cup im westaustralischen Perth fest. Bei der inoffiziellen Mixed-Weltmeisterschaft im Tennis gewannen die Aussies ihr drittes Gruppenspiel gegen Tschechien 2-1. Und somit ziehen sie ins Endspiel ein als Erster der Gruppe B. Molik hatte heute im letzten Vorrundenspiel das Dameneinzel gegen Bidanova gewonnen. Der australische Wimbledon-Mastersieger Lleyton Hewitt unterlag dagegen überraschend dem Tschechen Yuri Novak. Das war Hewitts erste Niederlage im Verlauf des Turniers, aber im entscheidenden Mixed gewann dann Hewitt Molik.
With world #1 Lleyton Hewitt and his partner Alicia Molik having fully justified their second seeding so far. Perth in Western Australia is the venue. We join the match between Alicia Molik and Darya Bidanova, with Molik in superb form. She put the Aussies 1-0 up in the tie with a 7-6, 7-5 victory. Here comes Lleyton Hewitt serving against Yuri Novak of the Czech Republic. Hewitt with a nice touch as he pushes the match to a third set. In the decider, though, it was Novak in command, despite the Aussie showing his customary hustle. Novak will put away the overhead, and it's a done deal. 6-2, 3-6, 6-3, Novak, a big upset win to the decisive doubles, and it was a dogfight. But when there is a dogfight, Lleyton Hewitt is the man you want on your side. The Aussie supremely pumped, and with good reason. Here we are at match point, and the Czechs just can't quite hack it. 4-6, 7-5, 10-4 in the super tiebreaker. Australia advance.
Coming up, she did her part to claim the Hopman Tennis Cup. Could he overcome the world's #1 player to seal the deal?
Hello once again. Thanks for making World Sport a part of your day. I'm Mark McKay at CNN Center. A little more to the week, the first Grand Slam of the tennis year. The Australian Open will get underway, and the road to Melbourne has already been paved. Several of the world's top players arrived in Australia early to prepare for the Open. For some, it included playing in the mixed team Hopman Cup. Saturday in Perth brought with it the title round of the tournament, pitting the United States against their hosts, Australia. A star-studded best-of-3 match final began with Serena Williams up against 21-year-old Alicia Molik. For the opening set, Molik off the serve in the near court, gets Williams on the run, but as she comes to the net, Williams lofts the deep lob en route to winning the opening set 6-2. In the second, Williams works near courts. After a short baseline rally, it is the American on the run, hitting the cross-court winner out of the reach of the 21-year-old. Williams wins in straight sets. The U.S. leads the tie 1-0. The second match, James Blake taking on Lleyton Hewitt. Blake serving near court. The two exchange shots from the baseline. Hewitt comes from the net, but there is Blake with the blistering forehand winner, setting up the opening set victory. Second set, Blake in the far court, already up 3-love. He brings Hewitt to the net with a drop shot and then kills him off with the backhand winner down the line. That would set up match point for the American. Both players stay on the baseline, but it's Hewitt who makes the mistake, hitting the return into the nets. And Blake wins for the first time in 5 career meetings against Hewitt to clinch the Hopman Cup for the U.S., who went on to complete the sweep with a straight set win in mixed doubles.
Doppel-Olympiasiegerin Serena Williams und James Blake haben das Tennisfinale des Hopman Cups im australischen Perth gewonnen. Die USA gewinnen somit nach 97 zum zweiten Mal diese inoffizielle Mixed-Weltmeisterschaft. 3:0 setzten sie sich gegen Gastgeber Australien durch. Den Grundstein zum Erfolg legte Serena Williams gegen Alicia Molik und im zweiten Einzel war Lleyton Hewitt chancenlos. Die Nummer 1 der ATP verlor mit 3:6, 4:6 in nur 64 Minuten. Für Blake war es im 5. Duell der erste Sieg gegen Hewitt. Ich war vor ein paar Jahren schon mal hier und da wusste ich nicht so recht, ob ich wirklich hierher gehöre. Ich war eine Art Ersatz damals. Aber ich bin froh, wieder hier zu sein und diesmal bin ich richtig hier. Das war schön. Dankeschön. Williams und Blake gewannen auch das Mixed und kassierten für ihren Sieg ein Preisgeld in Höhe von $130.000.
Nun hofften die Australier auf ihre Nummer 1, auf Lleyton Hewitt. Doch der Masters-Sieger enttäuschte gegen James Blake. Den ersten Satz gab er mit 3:6 ab. Blake nutzte seine Chance. Den zweiten Satz entschied er mit 6:4 für sich. Damit war die Partie entschieden. Das abschließende bedeutungslose Mixte Doppel gewann auch noch das amerikanische Duo. Der Hopman Cup geht in die USA.
Blake's playing partner Serena Williams gave the Americans a 1-0 lead with a straight sets victory over Alicia Molik. The Australian had played the best tennis of her life en route to the final, but the world number 1 was just too strong and at times too clever. Molik was helpless as Williams won 6-2, 6-3 to put the Americans in front. That should have been just a blip though. Hewitt was expected to have few problems levelling the tie against a player ranked 27 places below him. But Blake obliterated Hewitt's defences in just 64 minutes, taking the first set 6-3 and racing to a 4-love lead in the second, using searing serves and sensational ground strokes to run his opponent ragged. Hewitt made a determined fight back in the second set, and he almost managed to take the game into a third. But Blake held off the challenge and took it 6-4 to hand the cup to the United States. It was his first win over Hewitt in 5 meetings. Blake said afterwards that it didn't matter that Hewitt perhaps wasn't playing at his best. His children and grandchildren would only need to know that he'd beaten the world number 1. Blake and Williams then went on to win the mixed doubles to make it 3-0, and they obviously enjoyed every single minute of it. Howard will be delighted to welcome back such a dynamic duo. Kim Barrett, BBC News.